bagger? I think it can. Yeah, our new bagger. Could this be a 10 bagger? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. First, I want to show you something. I want to show you a case study of ESE. Excuse me, not ESC. Hang on a second. ESC was one of our 10 baggers, actually, a Canadian stock. Hang on a second. Let's pull up this screen over here. EOSE. I want to bring this. I want to show you this. I want to show you this first. Okay, I want to show you EOSE. And what does this have to do with today, right? What does EOS have to do with today? By the way, TikTok, I'm going to show you this in a second. What does it have to do with today? Well, we have very similar setup. Nothing is ever exactly the same, okay? Nothing is ever exactly the same, but we look for situations that are similar because, you know, you follow the same chart setup, you're going to have, you know, more or less probably the same result, right? Okay, so let me show you what the chart was. So we got the chart EOS on the screen. Okay, we're looking at, by the way, this is the chart at what it looked like in last year. This is EOS last year. Today we're at $17. Okay, but last year we were right here at $1 and change. Okay, $1 and change. Now, when did I get in? I got in literally. I got lucky. I nailed it literally the day of this. You see where that big volume spike? That's when I got in. Why did I get in? I'm going to explain to you. I'm not here to, you know, again, I'm not here to brag about profits or whatever, because I could tell you also about losers. That's right. We had a loss in Rivian today. That exited that Rivian. Now, why did I get into this stock? EOS, and what does this have to do with our new banger? Okay, so what you had was you had a nice double bottom formation. So EOS, you had a nice double bottom. You had a previous high, which was all the way up. It was all the way up here at $30. Okay. By the way, this is exactly the type of situations we like. We like these things which where people have given up on. They're beaten down. Then they form a base. They form a nice wide base, which is what we had, and then we broke out. That's right. You know, I talked about the breakouts. Well, that was a real legitimate breakout because what you had was, I think it was $1.10 or whatever it was. Look at the video. I posted a video on TikTok where I explained it, but I think it was this day, right? We broke out of this moving average, the 200 moving average on this huge volume, 200 moving average, okay? And then it started moving up. Then you had a golden cross about 2 weeks later. So again, guys, pay attention. Pay close attention to what I'm telling you. You had a breakout above the 200-day moving average on big volume, and then you had a golden cross about 2 weeks later. You know what happened to that stock? It went from $1, or was it $1.20, whatever it is. We hit, did it go to 20 bucks? It went to, I think 20 bucks was the high, right? 19 and change. 1986 was the high. Did I get out at 1986? No, I got out at 16 and change of a partial position. Partial position. I actually, now the problem is this. Here's the problem. I didn't buy enough. Why didn't I not buy enough? Because I forgot. I forgot to. I got busy. It's stupid. I got busy, and I just forgot. I got other things in that account. I wasn't following it. I didn't pay attention. Anyway, it went all the way up. Okay, guys, are you ready for the new banger? Who's ready for the new banger? Press the hearts button, the upvote button if you're watching on TikTok or you're watching on YouTube. Press the upvote and the hearts button, thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. And we're going to announce the new banger in just a second. This new banger, it's an incredible stock. Incredible. Unbelievable but true. Unbelievable but true. And the question is, will this double today? I don't know. I think this could double. I don't know if it's going to happen today. Now, listen, you never know how a stock is going to behave. But what I can tell you about this stock is very unique. It's got two things going for it. Number one is it actually pays a dividend, a sizable dividend. Okay, we're talking about like more than your bank pays. You're going to get cash coming to you every quarter. By the way, they're not paying me anything. This is not, I have nothing to do with this company. We may never even update them again until we sell whatever it is. Okay, but here's what's unique about it. It's a real business. Okay, it's a real business. Meaning it ain't going down, okay? You look at the financials. By the way, this is a stock where you're actually going to want to see quarterly stuff, which is going to happen. We got a beautiful chart pattern. So the new banger I'm going to be introducing to you in a second. We got a beautiful chart pattern, and we got a breakout above the 200-day moving average happening right now, live as we speak, okay, live as we speak. And we're going to have a golden cross coming up in about a week. Are you guys ready for the new banger? If you are, please click the upvote, the thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor, click that thumbs up button. And if you're on TikTok or Twitter, click the hearts button or whatever, the hearts button. Thank you. There we go. Also, by the way, all my stuff is based on this 10-bagger blueprint. It's all based on this, the blueprint. You want to get access to our new bangers. You want to get early notifications. Click the link in the video bio to go to our page to get a free newsletter. 10-bagger blueprint is where I have a sign up to get the newsletter, free email newsletter. Click the link below if you're on YouTube. Free email newsletter. You go to 10-bagger blueprint and you get the book. Do it right now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Go to 10baggerblueprint.com, sign up for the free newsletter, and I'm going to introduce the new stock in 30 seconds. First, sign up for my free newsletter. You know, we're giving this to you free. I'm giving you guys free money. I'm giving you guys free money. By the way, EOS. So here's the crazy thing. So I got out of most of the stock at 16 and change. I mean, look at the video I posted on TikTok. It'll show you exactly. You know, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I only had 5,000 shares, and I should have bought more. But anyway, I'm actually thinking of getting back into EOS. Why EOS? How stupid is that? How stupid is it to get into a stock after you've already, you know, sold most of your position for a 1,400% profit? Well, you got a nice pattern forming there. You're going to have a cup and handle forming. We're going to be watching this very closely. We're going to be watching EOSE very closely. But I'm going to introduce you to the new stock. Who's ready for the new banger? Okay, click the thumbs up and hearts button. Okay, the new banger is, guys, are you ready for this? The symbol is, who's ready for the symbol? I'm going to post the screen. I'm going to pop the screen up on YouTube right now. Who's ready for this? You guys ready for this? Bang! AMCR. That's right. You Google it. AMCR is our special situation of the day. Check out this baby. Check out this sexy stock. AMCR. AMCR, my friends. AMCR. Look at this. We got a breakout above the 200 moving average. 200-day moving average, and we also have, again, we're bounced off this 50 moving average, and guess what? We're going to have a golden cross in about 2 weeks. AMCR, that's right, unbelievable but true. AMCR. This looks exactly like, you know, who looks like EOS. No, it's not a penny stock. It's a special situation stock. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care if you buy it. I own a person. I don't care what you do. I might buy more right now. AMCR, let me pop this up here. Hang on a second. Let me put this up here. I'm going to post this onto, where am I posting it right now? I'm going to post this. Hang on a second. I'm going to post this to TikTok. Excuse me, to Twitter. We got an inverse, head and shoulders bottom, breakout above the 200 moving average. Hang on a second. Hang on one moment. What does this company do? You know what they do? It's a couple $100 billion company. They make packaging. It's a huge company, huge company. Okay, they pay a 6% dividend. Okay, you're getting a dividend. You know what a dividend is? You guys don't even know what a dividend is because you're busy with penny stocks. A dividend is when you get free money coming to you every quarter. That's right. They give you free money every quarter. And why is the stock cheap? I don't know why it's cheap. I don't know. Hang on a second. Let's pop this up here. Breakout. So it's not a penny stock. Hang on a second. Which maybe that's why it's not exploding. Look Listen, I think it's very like EOSE. Let me post this over here. Head and shoulder bottom. Here we go, baby. Let me put up a couple of rockets here. A couple of rockets. Okay, there we go. And it's out. It's out. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Is this up? Hang on one moment. Okay, let me go back to this. Oh, it's not up yet? Shit. Ah, shit. What's going on with this stupid Twitter? Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, here we go. AMCR. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at AMCR. Our special situation of the day. Oh, the reverse split. By the way, the reverse splitting that they're doing is incredibly stupid. These guys are idiots. I mean, they're idiots. The management, the Swiss. I mean, they're Swiss. They're not promoters. They don't know how to promote stocks. They know how to run a business. They know how to run a business. That's what they know how to do. Hang on a second. How much are they doing? How much are they doing in business? Let's take a look at the financials. Let's look at the financials right here on the TikTok. Excuse me, the YouTube, or not YouTube. Yahoo. Here are the numbers. By the way, so when it comes to these stocks, right, I look for these special situations. I'm looking for the great chart setup, but you also need growth. You actually have to have something going on with financials. You really do at some point. These guys actually have it. Hang on, check this out. So what are the numbers? Top line, decent growth, right? 15 billion. Okay, they just did an acquisition, so they're going to do a little more. They're making money. They're making a lot of money. What is it, billion and change in profit? Whatever. Look, what matters is the chart. What matters is the chart, and we got to break out on the 200-day moving average. We got to break out on the 200-day moving average. Hang on a second. Let's pop this out here. Let's pop this out. Summary. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Let me get the chart back up for you. Let's get the chart back up for you. I can see you guys are not excited. You're not excited by this stock. It's too what? Too expensive? It's too real? Is this one too real? Yeah, so this one, by the way, this is not one of our client stocks. It's not one of our client stocks. We're talking about AMCR. AMCR. You want to see what AMCR looks like? Here we go. AMCR. So, they're trading at what? 10 million shares. So it's $80 million in volume. Just because you guys are getting in or whatever, it's not going to move the stock, which is good, by the way. Here's your inverse head and shoulders bottom. That's your daily chart, inverse head and shoulders bottom. Okay. And you got a breakout above the 200 moving average. Oh, hang on a second. We got 200 moving average. Hang on a second. Somebody's saying, did you know this has a reverse split tomorrow? Yeah. I don't really care about the reverse split. I mean, I don't like it. I actually don't like the reverse split. I think the reason they're doing it because they're stupid. They're Swiss and stupid. Okay, these are like typical corporate people. Typical corporate America bullshit. They probably got this from some sort of consultant. Basically, they want to have a higher price, which looks more attractive to institutions. They're $8. What's wrong with that? It's an ego thing. Oh, we want to be, $40 stock, whatever. They want to have better analysts cover. I don't know, some dummy stuff. Hang on a second. Yeah, so they're going to do this reverse. But why do they have to do it? They don't have to. They don't have to. They don't have to. Nobody. Hey, Tone, what can I do? What can I do, my friend? We're only human. AMCR splitting the stock tonight. Reverse split. That's right. That's right. The Swiss only know what time it is, not what time exactly. That's exactly it. That is exactly correct. That's exactly correct. Your budget is about to be ticker tagger status going forward. Why? Huh? Who? Why? English? Okay. So, what is going on with this stock? What is going on with the stock is this is going to be potentially a moon stock. Okay, when? I don't know. It could take a little time. This is going to get real institutional money coming into it. This is what's going to happen. You have an inverse head and shoulders bottom, and you have a breakout above the 200 moving average. But guess what? It gets even better. Hold on a second. I only showed you part of it, right? I showed you the daily charts. That's your daily chart. That's your breakout. First of all, 50, bounce off the 50, break it above the 200. Look at that. There's your weekly chart, inverse head and shoulders, and we're ready to break out above the 50 moving average, 897. That's your algo trigger. That, my friends, is your algo trigger ready to go. Yeah, by the way, I don't care what you do with it. The company's not paying me. I don't care if you short the stock. I don't care what you do. Why am I even talking about this stock? Just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. I want to have, let's figure, hey, why not throw something new out? Because we're going to be doing a new service. Why am I telling you about the stock? I'm telling you about the stock because we're going to be doing a new type of service where we're going to be also talking about not just client companies. We're also going to be talking about, stocks which are breaking out, which are like, could be 10 baggers, like EOSE. I wish I could have told you about it, last year, whatever it is. How about the uranium stocks? How about the gold? I mean, I can tell you about whatever. I can tell you about stocks I've lost money in. Rivian today took a loss. I think I got in at 19. I sold some, and then I think I sold some today. I took a big hit on Rivian. So we don't always have winners. What's the percentage of winners and losers? Percentage is really probably the stocks that are paid clients, we have 100% win rate. 100% win rate. Now, when it comes to situations like AMCR, which are like, let's just call it freelancers, those are probably 40% win rate. 40%, that's right, 40% win rate. But when we do win, it's big, okay, because we want to cut loss. You want to cut losses at like, I think you got to cut losses at like maximum 8%, not even 10%, 8%. 8%. Why? You don't want to have a loss develop into a double-digit loss. Psychologically, you don't want that. 8%, maybe even 5%. You want to time it right. You got to time it right, okay? You got to time it right. By the way, Rivian might be bouncing back. Should I buy into it? I don't know, maybe. This Rivian might actually work out. Rivian might work out. Let's go back to AMCR. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see here. What is going on with the stock? How can you have a 100% win rate Well, the 100% win rate is when we introduce that stock, it goes up. Okay, we're talking about client companies. So yeah, every one of the stocks that we've launched goes up on day one. Every one, 100% success rate, 100% success rate. Now, what happens to them a week later or 2 weeks later? I don't know. Sometimes it depends on news flow, depends on a lot of things. CXAI, we got to have news. We haven't had news. I think CXAI went up like 40. It was up like 40%. It wasn't big. It went from like, it went like, it was, I think 40%. This guy, LOL. No, intraday was up like, I believe 40 or 50%, as was WorkSport. So what are we looking at right now? We're looking at AMCR. I'm showing you the intraday charts. Let me show you where we are right now. We're forming a pennant, which most likely is going to break out into the close. Okay. You got this opening gap. Why would we have an opening gap like this? Why would we have this? You're forming a pennant right now. Okay. So AMCR 888, good feng shui. Good feng shui with 888. Good feng shui. Why am I telling you to wait 6 to 9 months? I'm not telling you to wait 6 to 9 months for anything. Listen, if you read my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, you know when to sell a stock. If a stock is not delivering on certain things or whatever, you know when to sell. If it breaks down below the moving averages, you sell. Why did I sell Rivian today? Because it broke below the moving average today. Okay, that's why I sold it, even though I think it's probably going to bounce back. I don't want to, I decide, I don't need any hassles. I'm just going to be very disciplined. I don't really care if I win or make money. It doesn't matter. You just got to follow the rules. You got to follow the rules, and it doesn't matter. All the other stuff does not matter. So Rivian, I think I probably, we're going to find out actually by tomorrow with Rivian. This guy's 100% win rate. Yeah. When it comes to client stocks, what we call our next super stock, they all usually double on day one. Usually they double on day one. We're talking about AMCR. We're talking about AMCR, by the way, which is not a client stock, which is probably why it hasn't doubled. Imagine this. If they paid me, the stock would have doubled already. It's only hanging out here. It's just hanging out. And what about EOSE? What about EOSE? I'm thinking of getting back into EOSE. How about let's take a look at CoreWeave. We got some calls. We got some CoreWeave calls. Oof. CoreWeave. Wow. CoreWeave turning around. I don't like that. Look at that. CoreWeave. How could you do that? CoreWeave. How could you do that to me, CoreWeave? Well, you know what the problem is? I'm going to blame it on the market. I'm blaming it on the market. We got the NASDAQ down 300. Oh, man, it's down. I'm blaming it on the market, okay? I'm blaming CoreWeave on the market. We actually had, let's go back to the CoreWeave, though. Let's see here. What trade? I look at daily, weekly. I look at 5 minutes. I look at the big picture. So if you look at, for example, hang on a second. Let's look at CoreWeave for a moment. Craig Blum, my economic teacher, told me if you have 100% win rate, you are not playing enough. You nailed it, actually. That's 100% right. I should have more of these client companies. We got to have more of these bangers because, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. But yeah, it's true. The client stocks is 100% win rate. Okay, back to CoreWeave for a second, which is not a client. They should be, but they're not. So CoreWeave, I want to show you this chart. CoreWeave, we got an inverse head and shoulders on the daily chart. Breakout above the 50 moving average. They don't even have a 200 moving average. And there's CoreWeave bottom, break at above 200 moving average. My target on CoreWeave is 150, basically. So but it's got to be in 2 months. It's got to like happen immediately. So like today, I think today is basically look, the markets are getting hit today. Why? Trump. I don't know why. Why the market's down? Is it my fault? Of course it's my fault. Of course it's my fault. If the market is down, it's got to be my fault. Also the weather. If you got some bad weather, it's probably, you know who to blame, right? Okay, let's pop up EOSE. Yeah, I think basically, you know what it is? It's actually very interesting. So any stocks that are going to be up today, on a down market, pay attention. Pay attention. If a stock is up on a down day like this, something is happening. EOSE is up. EOSE is up. And I was thinking, should I get more? I mean, I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking at the EOSE 15-minute charts. Guys, check it out. We got a down day. We got an AI-related name, EOSE. And that's your 15-minute chart. Look at this. Okay. Looks very positive. This guy, we got a guy selling life insurance here. We got a guy selling life insurance in the stream, which is a scam. Basically, it's a scam. Cannabis. I hate cannabis stocks. I really hate them with a passion. All those CEOs, all those weed stock CEOs are a bunch of scumbags. Every one of them. They're all from Canada. The Canadian Scam Exchange. Yeah, life insurance is a scam. Because how does it work? I'm giving, in other words, basically you want me to give you money, okay? You want me to give you money, which you're going to hold on to and play with, right? I don't know what you're going to be doing with that money. And you're basically giving me my money back, or my heirs. I plan to live forever, but you know what I'm saying. That's life insurance. The whole insurance business is a racket. Why do you think Warren Buffett is in it? Warren Buffett is the biggest con man on the planet. Warren Buffett is a con man. Do I pay for car insurance? I'm forced to pay for car insurance. And why do I have car insurance? Interesting. I do have, even if I wasn't, because it's interesting that you bring it up. It's kind of interesting, right? Because with the car insurance, there's a lot more like things outside of my control. Phone insurance? No, I don't pay for phone insurance. Sorry, I don't pay for phone insurance. Options is insurance. Yeah, I buy options. I sell options. Yeah, premium. Yeah. Pancho. Anyway, I don't want to deal with. We got this bum insurance salesman. Some grifter here. Mooch bum insurance salesman. All right, what's going on with our stocks, with our penny stocks? I mean, listen, we haven't heard from some of these. Okay, CXAI. I got to get back to CXAI. Worksport. We haven't seen the CEO. I reached out to him to do a live stream. He hasn't been on. What do you expect to see with a stock? CXAI hasn't had news. Okay, bouncing back right here. It looks like it's bouncing. I'm just getting annoyed with companies that they don't follow our program. They don't follow our program, which is you got to have news every week. Okay, if you don't have news every week, these bums here on TikTok, okay, they get bored. I tell every CEO, you got to keep the shareholders entertained. If you have a week without news, people get bored. I don't blame you guys. I don't blame you for dumping stocks that don't have news. Anyway, let's take a look at what's that piece of shit stock I have? The wheat stock I got, the Tilray. trying to ignore it. I think it's a scam. I think all these cannabis stocks are scams, garbage. Yeah, unbelievable, unbelievable. We got this guy. Hang on a second. We're gonna. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. News drives the markets. No, the stock charts drive the markets. Yeah, we did announce the new. Oh, alts. You know, it's funny. Alts, ALTS. You know, it's interesting. I had it on my watch list. I was thinking alts. You know, yeah, it's interesting. I was looking at alts, ALTS. I was thinking, should we announce alts as instead? Because, you know, the chart looking good, but I think here's the problem. Here's the thing. There's no such thing as a good stock or bad stock. Only a stock that goes up. And alts, I think alts is a fugazi stock. I think alts is basically a scam. But they have, I mean, they have a good chart today. They have a good chart. Why am I not in alts? And why not? Why am I not in alts today? Alts is looking good. Alts is looking good. That is true. Alts is looking good, but is it? I don't. The problem is this, right? The problem is, what I'm looking for is stocks which also have fundamentals. They have to have, because that's when you can really go the distance. Okay, like EOSE, AMC, the new stock Ali Boost is AMCR. Okay, AMCR, not a client, just a special situation. So that's what it means. But I'm looking for basically, we got to have good fundamentals. We got to have a fundamental story, and that's why alts. You know, I didn't go into alts because, you know, it's basically a fugazi stock. Okay, it's a fugazi crypto stock. You know, is it real? I don't think it's real. Crypto is up. Look at this. Bitcoin is up. Why is Bitcoin up? Interesting. Why is Bitcoin up? Very interesting. How about gold? What is gold doing? And the gold stocks are down. Gold is making new highs. Gold is making new highs, but we have a divergence. The gold stocks are down. Like my gold stocks are down. We're talking about KGC, Kinross. Let's pull up Kinross. Kinross is down. Agnico AEM is down. Canada, fuck Canada. Okay, Faisal, fuck Canada. AEM, AEM is down. AEM is down. It's down. Why are the gold stocks down when gold is up? It's a divergence. By the way, I think gold is going to top out very soon. I've been very bullish on gold for a long time. I think we're in the final run to maybe 6,000. I think we may hit 6,000 in gold, 5,800, somewhere around there. And Olivia shared the live stream. Olivia, thank you very much. Guys, if you're watching, click the share and hearts upvote button. Hearts and upvote button. Let's see. Rivian is a turd. It's turned into a turd. It turned out today. Rob Massive. Rob, what happened with Rivian? Tony's asking. Preload pending split to get out before the split. You know, listen. Here's the thing. When it comes to splits, reverse splits, you know, it only matters with micro caps. Okay, with the real companies, it's different. It means nothing really. It's very weird that they're doing a split because they don't have to. Why are they doing a split? It's an $8 stock. It's an $8 stock. Like, what is it cosmetically? they want to look better because they're embarrassed. They're European. They got a different mindset. They think, oh, it's less than $10. We want to look like a more important company. I mean, Trump is crashing the oil price to stop the Ukraine war. Bored wealthy man. What are you saying? You're saying that gold is going to crash? So bored wealthy man. I mean, my question is, what is going to be the catalyst for gold to collapse? Because I think it's going to top out and then it's going to collapse, and it's going to be generational top. Meaning, once gold hits that number, it's going to be 6,000, whatever the number is. It's going to be game over. You're never going to see gold at that number for the next 30 years, just like you saw in the 80s. So we may get to 6,000, and then boom, it's over. Oh, multiple analysts downgrade this morning on Rivian. Yeah, listen, these analysts, they don't know preferred stock from livestock. You know what I'm saying? These analysts, what do they know? These analysts. Why weren't they telling the downgrades? I mean, how dare they downgrade this stock? Anyway, what is going on? So somebody tell me, what is going to be the catalyst for gold to collapse? Trump? El Trump? El Trump? CDU. What does C do? Okay, let's see what C plus has to say. Let's see C do. Holy shit! Look at this. Did this just turn around? No. Did this just turn around? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. CoreWeave just did a 180. Thank you for clicking the hearts button. That's right. Cooler is a Fugazi scam, by the way. Cooler, 100% Fugazi company. I'm telling you right now, I know the management. They're scumbags, and I think it's a total. I don't know if it's a fraud, like a legitimate fraud. It's a Fugazi, is what I can tell you. Sea-Doo. Oh, Sea-Doo is that, that's the fake aviation company. We were talking about that on one of our live streams. What's interesting? What's interesting with Sea-Doo is I didn't do a follow-up. on that. We were talking about Sea-Doo. Remember, we were talking about Sea-Doo. I didn't buy it. And I didn't do a follow-up on it. That's the thing. You got to track these things. But yeah, I should have bought it. You can't win all of them. Aditex, we haven't worked with Aditex in a long time. In like months. We were with Aditex for very little time. I'm looking at the Sea-Doo. It's not bad. I mean, would I buy it here? I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know with this Sea-Doo. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a little bit, look, the best of breed with space stocks is Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is up bigly today. That's interesting. The market is crashed and the Rocket Lab is up bigly. It's another one of our stocks we're talking about. Take a look at Rocket Lab. Finally, I can show you a winner. Okay, now we got one of our guys here was talking about Fulio Beams. I think we were talking about at 70. So look, Rocket Lab, this was your entry point. Well, there were multiples, but your second entry point, because this is the breakout. Okay, you got your cup and handle breakout. I mean, you could have gotten here, whatever, but look, Rocket Lab is going to the moon, literally. Rocket Lab is going to be probably a $200, $300 stock. I would much rather own Rocket Lab than Sea-Doo, because Rocket Lab is at least a real company with revenues. I mean, Sea-Doo is the poor man's Rocket Lab. listen. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, the CDU thing. I mean, I don't know if it's real or not real. I have no idea. I really don't. Okay, what's going on with CoreWeave? This CoreWeave flipped on a dime. CoreWeave looks like it's about to moon. Yeah, CoreWeave looks like it's about to go to the moon. CRWV. You got an inverse head and shoulders, double bottom on CoreWeave right there. Look at this. Double bottom CoreWeave, boom, ready to go. CoreWeave, ready to go, ready to moon. Am I sure AMCR is going to go up? I don't know. I'm not sure about anything. I am not sure about anything. I own it. I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Who knows? We're talking about AMCR right now. So that's interesting. Stocks that are up bigly today, you want to keep an eye on. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. I was talking about AMCR. Oh, SEG is up. Yeah, I don't know why SEG is up. SEG is a Fugazi stock, as far as I'm concerned. I think it turned into a total Fugazi. Anyway, that's what's going on, my friends. That's what's going on. AMCR looks like it's about to moon, by the way. I think we're going to have a very strong close. I'm not pushing it. I don't care what you do with it. Let's look at, yeah, we're working with a WorkSport. I haven't heard from the CEO. I left messages for him. Hey, we got to do a live stream. I haven't heard from the guy. I don't know what to tell you. Oof, Rivian down so bigly today. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, what do you think is going to happen with Iran? What's happening with Iran? What's your opinion on Iran? Does Trump invade Iran? Who's invading Iran this week? NASDAQ is down bigly. Will Trump, okay, here's the question. Will Trump do something about Iran? What can he do? I mean, he's definitely not he's not going to sending in troops. You can forget about that part. That ain't happening. But can he do a drone strike? Can Trump do a drone strike? Absolutely. He's got a history of doing drone strikes in Iran. So he could do a drone strike on Iran. How about this? How about, what do you think if Trump whacks the Ayatollah? Will Trump whack the Ayatollah? I think the answer is 70% probability. Maybe, is there a bet? Is there like a polymarket bet on Ayatollah getting whacked by El Trump? Okay, let's go. Let's take a look here. NASDAQ, we're looking at the NASDAQ chart. Looking, it's kind of weak. We broke below the moving averages on the 1 hour chart. That's not good. We're hugging the 50 moving average on the NASDAQ. I don't like that. That's, okay, let me show you something. Okay, so, it's actually, yeah, look at this. So this is your NASDAQ, right? This is your NASDAQ, which is down bigly. I'm blaming everything on NASDAQ today. We're down bigly. And look at this. We're hugging that 50 moving average. We've been hugging that 50 moving average basically for the last month, which is not good. You want to see, this. You want to see this. You want to see an uptrend that's, strong like this. Okay, this is what you want to see, not this. It's touching the moving average and it might dip below. It's now if it bounces off it, we get a strong bounce. That's positive. But this is I don't know. It's a concern. I am concerned. We're breaking down below the moving average on the 1 hour chart on NASDAQ. It may turn around. It has a history of doing that. So it's, I'm like, that's, it's tough to say. How about Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin up? Who's buying this garbage Bitcoin? Who's buying this garbage Bitcoin? I really don't understand it. But it looks, the Bitcoin looks strong. We got a buy signal now on the 1 hour charts. You got a golden cross on Bitcoin. It looks like it wants to go higher. I hate to tell you, but Bitcoin looks like it wants to go higher. And that's probably driving these fugazi Bitcoin stocks. Fugazi Bitcoin stocks. Like MicroStrategy, which, by the way, breaking out right now above the moving average, MSTR. I got no opinion. I got no opinion, MSTR, but yeah. All right. All right, guys, that's what's going on. So we're wrapping up. The new stock, if you're late to the show, did nothing. It did nothing. Maybe next week. AMCR. You know what the problem is? This AMCR. This is already trading. What is it trading? Here's my excuse. AMCR has got $80 million in trading volume. Okay, it's a multi-billion-dollar company with $80 million a day in daily volume. So it's hard for us to move a stock. I learned the limits. I learned the limits. That's right. There we go. Okay. There we go. I should have done alts. I should have, because alts, I was thinking, is it going to be AMCR or alts? I should have stuck with alts. I should have stuck with alts because yesterday alts was looking really good into that close. We'll get a breakout above the 50 moving average. Yeah. Alts would have been the better pick. It would have been the better pick. What can I tell you? We could have said both of them, but I figured let me stick with one. So we gotta look. Every day you're learning something new. Every day we're learning something new. MSS is a penny stock. It's funny. I talked to those guys, the Chinese guys, the Chinese grocery guys. These guys are like, they're not serious people. I don't think they're serious people. That's the problem. That could be a value trap forever. That's the problem. Without promotion, a stock like MSS is going to be dead money forever. That's the truth. Tell them I said that. Can they attack Iran without massive consequences for the area? No, I think you can't. I think Iran is a paper tiger. Iran is a paper tiger. You saw what happened. Israel bombed Iran. They took out their radar. It's a toothless and clawless tiger at this point. Then the U.S. dropped bombs on their atomic thing there. They dropped the the bunker busters. Because you know why? You know why Trump did it? Because the Israelis were gonna nuke. They were gonna actually drop They're going to use nuclear weapons on those facilities. And Trump is like, he doesn't want to see nuclear. Nuclear, not good, not good. So that's why he got involved. But listen, what's going on in Iran? I mean, the Ayatollah is killing how many people? 12,000 people, I think they killed in the last couple of days. 12,000 people. Where are the protests? Where are the protests? How come I don't see the protests? How come I don't see the protests at Harvard, Columbia, genocide? Whoa, where's the Iranian genocide? How come I don't see the protests? Interesting, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they killed, what, 10,000 people? A lot of people. They must have, it's over 10,000. They're saying 12,000, could be a couple thousand. Those are real numbers, by the way. Those are real numbers. And I think also a couple of their security people were killed. So you have stuff is going on. So what would Trump do? What if Trump, now here's the problem. The problem is, what's the alternative? Who gets in? Who gets in if the Ayatollah is out? If the Ayatollah goes back to Moscow, the Ayatollah gets on a plane to Moscow, what happens then? You may have somebody worse. Who knows? I don't know, but I think Trump is going to do something. He'll probably do, I'm betting he does like a drone strike, something just enough, like maybe to take out the leadership. What have you noticed? What is this? People use that word taken out. We're taken out. They don't say kill, liquidate. They don't use that word. It's not politically correct. Everybody's like using taking out. We're taking out, taking out the leader. It's like a whole, like, I don't know. All right, guys, this is like pearls before swine. I'm giving you the great stock, and it hasn't done anything. So that's it. I gave you what can be done today. KUST. Let me see. I'm curious. What is MSS doing? Oh, MSS. MSS 30 cents. Oh, what happened to those guys? I was talking to those guys at $1. I mean, let me tell you something. If MSS would have signed with us, it would be like a $3 stock. It had the right ingredients. Look what happened. Look at the chart. This thing it had like a crazy day. They raised a bunch of money. Oh, they did a stupid dilution. They're assholes. They're just stupid assholes. They got a guy who thinks he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know anything. They diluted the hell out of MSS. They had a one-day spike. It was a fluke. It was a total fluke. MSS had a fluke of a spike. It was an algo-related spike. And they sold a bunch of, they must have sold a bunch of stock. They must have raised a bunch of money. And you got a 30-cent stock. They killed all their shareholders, MSS. I mean, if they were smart, they could have signed with us, and it would be a $4 stock today if they would have followed the rules. KUST, what is that piece of shit? I don't even know what this is. Look at this. I mean, this thing has been nuclearized. I mean, I don't even know what this is. I mean, I don't even know what that is. This KUST, I think that thing is gone. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the charts. All right. By the way, AMCR, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Okay, we're leaving you with this, and that is double bottom AMCR on the weekly charts with a break at above the 50 moving average. Boom, right there. Ready to break out on the weekly charts. That's AMCR for you. And where are we on the 1 hour charts? Boom. Very bullish. Look at that. That's your 1 hour chart. Golden cross all the way up. All the way up. Bouncing off the 50. Are we going to bounce off the 50? Are we going to bounce into the close? Do we run into the close? Do we run into the close on AMCR? You tell me, guys. Market is down. This thing is hanging on very strongly. And they got a reverse split tomorrow. I thought reverse splits were bad. I thought they were bad. Here's your breakout above the 200 moving average. And you got your golden cross coming up. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's do one. Okay. Okay. That's it. All right, we're signing off. See you guys in the next one. All right, that was exciting. That was exciting. Nothing went up. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on a second. Let's do this here. Okay. But the taxi driver, I'll tell you what. If you refer a client to us, you refer a client that we sign up with, you're going to get we'll pay a 10% commission. That's right. We've done it before, 10%. So you could be making 10 grand, 10,000 USD. When I say refer, meaning you really have to, not just give me a name of a company and say, hey, call. No, meaning you got to know the company. You have to have a relationship with them. Tell them, hey, check this guy out. Their stocks are going up. They deliver results. You hook them up. We'll pay you 10%. Don't just send me a list of symbols. I mean, I can do that myself. I don't need to pay for that. You know what I mean? If you give a legitimate introduction, you will get paid 10%. Okay, so now that we're done with this thing here, let's see. Is anything moving up? I am really pissed off. I'll tell you, I'm really pissed off about this AMCR. Why? I thought this thing would have exploded, and it did nothing. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, I understand. I see what happened. Okay. I see what happened. Interesting. Yeah, what is it? What is it? What is it as Clint Eastwood said? You got to know your limits. What did he say in Dirty Harry? A man's got to know his limits. And what do we find out? We found out that, we can't move a $100 billion stock. We just can't. I mean, it's got to do it by itself. So what you're seeing is the natural market, because you saw a bunch of volume came in, but that wasn't enough to move it. Look at this. What's the market cap on AMCR? 20 billion. $20 billion market cap with $100 million in average daily volume. Yeah, that's not, you know what? That's not a stock we can move. So the experiment has failed, but I believe in the stock. I mean, I own the stock, so that's it. But yeah, I thought this thing could have moved up bigly today. It's it's the I don't know if I'm delusional, because normally we get about $20 million in buying volume that we bring in. So what happened? What happened is the volume came in right here at 1228. Let me just see something here. Interesting. Yeah, somebody bought a lot of stock right around 12. When did we start the live stream? Was it 12:30? What time did we start? Just curious. Okay. All right, guys. That's it. We'll see you in the next one.